It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got the latest chapter of a historic rivalry. It's the Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints, and it's all up next. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Crescent Center of New Orleans and the Caesars Superdome, the home of the Saints. Good to be with you, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, we got a couple of teams who love to play football. And you know, the guys say, hey, we're not going against the other offense. We're going against the other team's defense. Greg, these star wide receivers, you know they're watching what the other guy does on the field here today.
Oh, in their minds, there's no question. They are competing against one another. And I think that's what makes this league so fun is when these guys, they know each other. They study each other. They work together in the off seasons. A lot of times they're friends. And come game day, there is no question. At the end of this one, yes, they want their teams to win, but when they put their two box scores up next to each other, there's going to be some bragging rights come this offseason.
The punter, Bradley Pinion, will handle kickoff duties. And off we go from the Superdome. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. So the Saints ready to go to work on offense for the first time. And their quarterback is the all-time leading passer for the Raiders, Derek Carr, the veteran.
Ever since Derek Carr came into the league, Mike, he's been historically a very passionate and productive NFL quarterback. He has the arm that can make every throw, but sometimes it's that arm that gets him into trouble. So he's got to find a little balance, a happy medium between aggressiveness and recklessness, because when he's playing well, they have as good a shot to win games as anybody.
Shaheed in motion. On the ground for the first time, this is Alvin Kamara. Not much happening there, just a short game. Here's a 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Carr. That'll be caught. It's Alvin Kamara. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
On first down, Carr. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
They need to get it to the 27. This is 3rd down. Carr working out of the gun. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he will score. Rashid Shaheed. Touchdown Saints. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
Blake Groupie comes on for the extra point. He's got it. The Saints will take a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. Avery Williams on the return. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Falcons set to take over here on offense. They'll be led out by the lefty from the University of Washington. It's Michael Penix.
Like, I remember the first time I watched one of his college games, and I was blown away. I mean, the accuracy. That ball looks like it's jumping out of his hand. He is physically talented. He's mature. He's played a lot of football. He has overcome a lot of adversity, man. That is a formula for success in the NFL. He might have to wait a little bit to find his time, but the more opportunities he gets, like here in this one, I think he has a bright future.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
And this will be a Falcons first down as he gets this up past the 40-yard line.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Now Penix to the right. That's Pitts. He will not get back to the line of scrimmage. They pick him up and throw him down for a loss.
Linebacker certainly wasn't fooled on that play. Not only does he get there in a hurry, but he's able to secure that tackle and bring him down for a loss.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Penix. Open man, he's got it. It's London. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
On third down, Penix. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. And that screen slow to develop, and they rally to the ball and stop him. That will be no gain on the screen.
That screen just never had a chance. Anytime the running back has the ball and he's making guys miss in the backfield, there's going to be no timing to the play. It just allows too much time for the rest of the defense in pursuit to get there, and in this case winds up as no gain.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. The Saints offense ready to see the football for the second time. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Kamara. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. He dropped for the loss of a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Second down, Carr. That's going to be pulled in by Kamara. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33.
Well, a nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
On 1st and 10, Carr. And it's a reception for Taysom Hill. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
Carr now on 2nd down. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
1st down throw for Carr. No one open, he'll drop it to his running back. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. 1st down.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
He's got the connection. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Here's 2nd and 2. Off the play fake. Here's Carr. This one is caught by DeJuan Johnson. Good work after the catch. They gain 19 yards and a 1st down.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after the catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
So not quite 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Now, 2nd down throw from Carr. This pass taken in by Shaheed.
These are the worst. I had a couple of years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
They'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1. That one taken in. Rashid Shaheed. Touchdown, New Orleans. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. What an opening quarter he is having. Greg, that is 2 touchdown receptions here in the 1st quarter.
Mike, all this guy has to do is keep this pace up, and he's going to have himself 8 touchdowns. But in all seriousness, if I'm this quarterback, I'm not looking anywhere else until this defense proves they have an answer, because right now, they don't have one.
Groupie now, on for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Saints will extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14-0. After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. Ray McLeod on the return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Falcons offense ready for their second possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. From the gun, here is Penix. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Now Penix to throw on 2nd down. He's got his target. That's Pitts.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. This is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. That's complete. He's got it to London. It's a pickup of 13 yards. It's good for a Falcon 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
A gift, and here comes Robinson. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
We'll try again here. 2nd and 10. To throw is Penix. That's caught. Ray McLeod. Rookie from Washington on target with that one. It is a 1st down.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close come the 4th quarter.
He'll push forward for about a yard. Willie Gay with the stop. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Here's Penix. That's caught left side by Pitts. And he will get into the end zone. Kyle Pitts. Touchdown Falcons.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
Younghoe Koo now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Falcons are on the board. It's now 14-7. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, it's Williams. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Saints offense and veteran Alvin Kamara set to take over once more. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense will need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Carr working out of the gun. To the left side, in the hands of Hill. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
They'll run on 1st down with Kamara. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
You hear teams talk about it all the time, Mike. Let's win at the point of attack. And boy, this team here early in the first quarter, they've done just that.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll go again here with Kamara. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
Here's Carr throwing from the pistol. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Carr. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he's going to be brought down.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves 1st and goal inside the low red zone.
From 6 yards out, it's 1st and goal. To throw is Carr. That is caught, and he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. From the 1, 2nd and goal. Now Carr. It is brought in the end zone. Alvin Kamara puts down 6 and make it 3 in the 1st. He has thrown 3 first-quarter touchdowns. An incredible start to this one.
It really is incredible, Mike, and I'm not sure really what word there is better to describe it. This is just truly a special performance we're seeing today. But I'll tell you what, I'm excited what the next 3 quarters have in store.
Grippy able to add the extra point. The Saints will take a 21-7 lead. After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. Williams now to return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. They'll start out first down and 10. Pitts is the man in motion. On first down, it's Penix. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, the quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
On second down, Penix. The reception for Rondale Moore. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down. Pitts is the man in motion. Third and 2, and Penix. Open man is Mooney. He's got it. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
They'll come up here, first and 10. Again, it's Penix. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
To throw again, it's Penix. That'll be caught by the running back, Robinson. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
Complete to Bijan Robinson. A gain of 13 yards. First down, Atlanta.
We are through one. The Saints out on top. More from New Orleans after this. Penix gonna throw again. That's into the hands of Warner, the tight end. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
He's gonna look for the home run ball. And this will be incomplete.
Not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him. And instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
Here's Bradley Pinion now. He's on for the second time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Saints offense and Derek Carr set to take over once more. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. Spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now Kamara. He finds some room across the 25. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 30.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire first half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
On 1st down, they'll stay with Kamara on the ground. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They're going to go right back to Kamara. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. That's good enough for a 1st down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Carr. That's caught by Hill. They get 19 on that pass play. It's good for a Saints 1st down.
In order for this play to be successful against man coverage, Mike, 2 things need to happen. 1, the quarterback has to anticipate the break. He has to get that ball out on time. And then the rest is the receiver creating the separation at the top. And when both are accomplished, you can see what the results are.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. It's a give now to Kamara. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
What we're seeing here in this first half, Mike, is an example of the offensive line, the running back, and the play caller all on the same page. The execution and the ability to continue to pick up chunk plays on the ground has been a great start for this offense.
Carr now to throw on 1st down.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. In motion is Hill. Now, 2nd down throw from Carr. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
I really like the balance that they showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that.
Second down and 8. Here's Carr. He's got it inside the 5. And he's in. Alvin Kamara. Touchdown, New Orleans. 2 touchdowns for him now in the afternoon. He has done it again. That is 4 touchdown passes in his first half. Greg, he might skip halftime with the way he's performing right now.
Yeah, and Mike, this passing attack is just really unstoppable. I mean, it is just remarkable the success he's been able to have. We're not even at halftime yet. He finds himself on record pace. I can't wait to see what he does the rest of this game.
Groupie able to add the extra point. And the Saints add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. McLeod now to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. From the gun, it's Penix. This throw pulled in by Pitts. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
On first down, it's Robinson. And a good, hard run. He would not be denied. Surging forward to pick up 8.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
We're gonna go play action with Penix. That is downfield to the tight end Pitts. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. On play action, Penix. He'll tuck it and take off. A dive for the end zone, but he loses the football. The Saints have got it. Well, he certainly turned that into something on the move. Downfield, looked like he was gaining yards, but then loses control, and the defense comes up with a turnover.
Early on, Mike, it looked like it was going to be a really good play by the quarterback, turning to his legs, getting some pretty good yardage with his feet, but then he failed to not only protect himself, but mostly protect the ball. Defense is able to put a hit on him, jar the ball loose, and now they'll take over after the big takeaway.
They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll run for the first time with their fullback. Defense hoping to push him back and get that safety. He gets to the 2-yard line, but no gain on that one. On the ground, it's Kamara. Defense hoping to push him back and get that safety. He gets to the 2-yard line, but no gain on that one.
Find yourself in a little tricky situation here, Mike, on third down, backed up this close to your own goal line. I think the plan is you got to attempt to pass, but it's got to be short. You don't want your quarterback standing in the end zone very long with the ball in his hand, but this ball needs to come out, hopefully pick up the first down, but if not, just buy a little breathing room for your punt team.
A gain there of 15. First down, New Orleans.
You can see the trust they have in this running back and the offensive line. You're facing a 3-and-out. You're trying to extend this drive, turn around, hand it to the guy behind you, and let him do the rest.
They'll motion their tight end Johnson. On the give, it's Williams. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Carr now. He'll look middle here, and there's Olave. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. Third and a yard. Carr working out of the gun. That's going to be pulled in by Kamara.
I think there's one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Falcons offense ready to get back at it. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. Off the play fake, here's the lefty Penix. The pressure gets there, and down he goes, back inside the 20-yard line.
In what's been a pretty one-sided affair from the opening whistle, it just seems like it continues to get worse. This defense, they know they have them on the edge, and they continue to rush the quarterback the way they are. I'm not sure what this offense can do come the second half.
Now Penix to throw on 2nd down. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. Well, it's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
Got to get it to the 28, but now it's 3rd down. He's got his man. It's Mooney. And he's going to get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
He looks forward for maybe a yard. It's Carl Granderson this time to make the tackle. Another run here for Robinson. And he'll get this very close to a first down. A nice run there. He'll just end up a little bit short.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
Slot man in motion right. They'll try to run for it with Robinson. And the drive will stay alive. He's got the first down, up to the 44.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
2 first downs have them up to the 44-yard line. It's 1st and 10. They'll go again with Robinson. And he'll be brought down at the 45. Mario Davis there on the play. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Here's Robinson. And he'll get this one across midfield. Brought down after a pickup of a half dozen. Looking to convert for the 3rd time on this drive. They'll need another here. It's 3rd and 2. Throwing is Penix. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
And they'll take this down inside the 35.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here is Penix. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the 2nd quarter. Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
On 2nd down, Penix. That one is caught by Mooney. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with 1st and goal.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that.
And he'll take it on in. Kyle Pitts. Touchdown, Atlanta. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Here's Coop for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Falcons are able to edge a bit closer. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. That'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Saints offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. He looks to add to them with another drive here. First and 10. From the shotgun, it's caught. That is caught downfield. It's Shaheed. And he's going to take this one all the way. 73 yards. Touchdown, New Orleans. What a half he is putting together. That's his third touchdown already. So the numbers starting to pile up here early. We haven't reached halftime, and he's already thrown 4 touchdown passes. On comes Blake Grippy for the PAT. It's up and through. The Saints are able to extend the lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. McLeod now to return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here's Bijan Robinson and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with first and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. That'll be caught by the running back Robinson. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. On second down, here's Penix. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as that'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Not wanting to risk another sack, they're going to play it safe with a run. And now we'll get a late timeout coming in the waning moments of this second quarter. Here's their punter now, as he is on to punt for Atlanta. That is fielded at the 13. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over.
With the score, Saints 35, Falcons.
All right, Mike, we'll take it from there as we welcome everyone into our EA Sports Studios and our halftime report. We saw a strong first half from the veteran quarterback, Derek Carr. He put together the kind of half you dream about. 5 touchdown passes, as his guys are well in control of this ball game.
All right, Coach. Thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Falcons offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Throwing now, Penix on first down. To the right, that's Pitts. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. Second and a yard. Here's Penix. A quick throw. That's complete on the slant. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
And the Falcons first down.
Looking to throw. It's Penix. That's complete to McLeod. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Throwing again, it's Penix. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Third down, 3 to go. Penix gonna throw again. He gets this one complete to Hodge. Call it a gain of 13. First down, Atlanta.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They run over center with Robinson. He'll get this ahead for about 3. It's Carl Granderson this time to make the tackle. They need to get this to the 23. Here's third down. From the gun on third down. Here's Penix. And it. After the catch to extend the drive.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that third down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
And he's going to be taken down.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal.
This has been some kind of march downfield now. Can they pay it off with 6? It's first and goal. From the gun, it's Penix. Off he goes. He is in. Michael Penix. Touchdown Falcons. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
On is Koo for the point after. It's up and good. And the Falcons back within a couple of scores. It's 35-21. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, here's Mims. And they bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has given the folks who put together our highlights a lot to choose from. Came out hot, has not let up. Touchdown pass after touchdown pass. The defense left grasping at straws, trying to figure out how to slow him down. He has had some kind of game. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. In motion is Hill. On first down, they'll start out with Kamara. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Carr. He'll look middle here. It's caught by Hill. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. To throw is Carr. His pass taken in by Shaheed. And they'll get about half of what they needed to pick up a 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
5 yards from the house. They've got it 1st and goal. They'll run here with Kamara. And he'll plunge forward to the 2. Setting up 2nd and goal.
A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Now, 2nd down throw from Carr. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
From the 2-yard line yet again, what can they do on 3rd and goal? Here's Carr throwing for the pistol. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Marquez Valdez Scantling. Touchdown 6. So add another touchdown and touchdown pass for that matter. He has thrown 6 already in this one. Amazing stuff. Grouping them for the extra point. He's got it. And the Saints will extend this 3rd quarter lead. After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. McLeod now to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense getting set to get back to work. They're in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And they'll bring him down around the 27-yard line. Pete Werner there to make the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Here's Penix. Throwing over the middle. This one is complete. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
He'll get this to McLeod. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. They'll go play action now with Penix. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
We see this offense just continue to search for a spark. It's just this entire game, their execution's just been a little bit off. And now here in the second half, they find themselves down by multiple scores. They're going to have to connect on one or two of these big plays if they want to find themselves back in this one.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
Now, out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. Hey, Greg, this has been something to watch. Let's go through some of these highlights. Touchdown after touchdown after touchdown.
And this is one of those games where dreams are a reality, Mike, and you just can't ever predict when you're going to have a game like today, where just every play call, every ball that you throw, every option that you have downfield is wide open and productive. It's pretty incredible, the ability for them to continue to have their way with this defense, because barring some sort of change from this secondary where they come up with some answers, I don't even think they're done scoring just yet.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Carr working out of the gun. That's going to be pulled in by Kamara. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Carr now on 2nd down. That's over the middle and taken in by Valdez-Scantling. And it'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
Every defense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. And in this case, that's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up those windows, make the quarterback throw the ball to the sidelines. When you allow him to operate in there, especially with that much space, you're going to make for a long day.
They'll run on 1st down with Kamara. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
They'll go again here with Kamara. And you'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up. To throw, it's Carr. He's got his man, it's Hill. A 19-yard pickup there. It's good for a Saints 1st down.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
Carr now to throw on 1st down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
How often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. They're still mining for explosive plays, and frankly, with the way today's gone, I don't blame them.
He'll be stopped after a short gain to about the 30. Up from his safety spot, Jesse Bates makes the play. Here's 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Carr. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the second half, and that's only his 2nd incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
Groupie's kick is good. And the Saints will extend their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
He made the field goal a moment ago. Now Groupie back out to kick it away. Here's Williams on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The visitors' offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a 1st down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
They'll throw on 1st down with Penix. To the left side in the hands of London.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. It's a give up the middle to Robinson. And he's got it. 1st down. A pickup of 4.
He was taken down at the 50-yard line. A gain of 4 yards. 1st down, Falcons.
And here's Bijan. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. They send him right out of the slot. Off the play fake, here's the... No chance at all. He'll go down.
When you can bring cornerbacks on pressure, man, that changes everything for the defensive play caller. Offenses spend all week worrying about linebackers, defensive linemen. How are they going to protect the quarterback? But when you can time up a secondary pressure like this, man, oftentimes there's no answer for it.
So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the gun, here is Penix. That's caught left side by Pitts.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now Carr on the bootleg. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
This is a great example of why it's so critical that on defense, everybody does their job. You got a free hit blitzer coming right at the quarterback, but because they don't contain him in the pocket, they allow him to escape, and it doesn't allow that blitz to get home.
The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
First down awaits at the 26-yard line. And here's 3rd down. Here's Carr. This throw right side is caught by Hill. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a first down to boot.
3rd down is when we see so many tight ends around the league really make their money. They operate in the middle of the field. They're a big, easy target for the quarterback, and even if they are covered, Mike, they're not really ever covered.
First down throw for Carr. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Carr to throw. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Third and long. Pistol give to Kamara. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy of the first down. And here comes 4th down.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, Mike, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
The visitors' offense headed back to take over once more. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. From the gun, it's Penix. Short throw taken by Pitts. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 7th and 2 at the 28-yard line.
Now Penix to throw on second down. That's complete to McLeod. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
They'll come up here on second down and 5. Throwing again, it's Penix. To the right, that's Pitts. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass, get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Good-looking screenplay there. A gain of 11 and a first down.
All right, Mike, so the way they teach these screenplays to the offensive lineman is you got to stop the defender's feet. You just don't want him to get a free, clean rush to the quarterback because you're so worried about getting out in front of the back. Make him start his rush over again before you slip out. The ball gets dumped right over the rusher's head. Bang, now you're in the open field. So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
To throw again, it's Penix. Now he'll run it. About 19 yards on that one. And they're in business. It's first and goal.
This has been a great drive, and mostly at the hands of the man with the ball there. He thought about pulling the trigger on that one, thought better of it, decides to take off with his legs, and now he's going to have first and goal.
They'll run with Robinson. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up second and goal. A little closer. Here's second and goal. One more time, it's Robinson. And this time, he's in. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Atlanta. Touchdown here in the fourth quarter, Greg. They have a big mountain to climb, but at least they're technically still alive in this one.
And now, Mike, we're going to see them line up to go for 2. They're going to see if they can get this lead down to 16 points and still give them a chance to fight back here late.
And he gets into the end zone for the 2. So it's not over yet. It's back to a 2-score game.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, it's Williams. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. From the 25, they'll go to work, 1st and 10. Here's Carr, throwing from the pistol. To the outside, that's caught by Hill. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Now, 2nd down throw from Carr. He'll go underneath here, the running back out of the backfield.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game, just one more thing for the defense to have to defend, make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing that.
And he goes up a little footwork, winding his way for a run of 8. Second down, Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
It's a gain of 10 yards. 1st down, New Orleans.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll motion their tight end Johnson. On 1st down, they'll stay with Kamara on the ground. And a determined run there inside the 40. It's a gain of 9 yards. Second and a yard. They're going to go right back to Kamara. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards. On 1st and 10, Carr. There's that man again, another catch.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
It's a give now to Kamara. Open space inside the 10. And he'll be taken down.
2-possession lead, 4th quarter. This is the time, Mike, when you really can rely heavily on your run game. Everybody in the stadium knows you're going to run it, including the defense. They just can't come up with an answer to stopping it.
This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is 1st and goal. They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. They'll come up with nothing there. Fortunate just to get back to the line. And that'll set up 2nd and goal.
Well, that defense had that pegged from the jump, Mike. They tried to catch him a little off guard by doing a jet sweep to the wide receiver. There was no going anywhere on the outside. Great pursuit by the defense. No gain.
To the goal line and in. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Touchdown, New Orleans. 2 touchdowns for him now in the afternoon. So that will tie the NFL record that has stood for more than 70 years. 7 touchdown passes in one game. First done by Sid Luckman with the Bears in 1943. And then Adrian Burke of the Eagles in 1954. We've waited a long time. Now they have company. Groupie now, on for the extra point. He's got it. The Saints will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. McLeod now to return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Falcons offense and running back Bijan Robinson headed back onto the field. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Throwing is Penix. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. Second down and 3. Now Penix. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend. So give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page and the ball falls incomplete.
Open man, right side. He's got it. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Again, it's Penix. He runs with it, and he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
On 2nd down, Penix. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
3rd and 2. And Penix. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a 1st down.
And the lefty Penix on 1st down. Over the middle, that's his tight end, Pitts. Gonna throw again. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Looking to convert for the third time on this drive. They'll need another here. It's 3rd and 2. From the gun on 3rd down. Here's Penix. And that is incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
The offense is staying right there. They're going for it. 4th and a couple. 4th down, and here's Penix. He's got his tight end. That's Pitts. And he's going to have a Falcons first down. They find a way to convert on 4th and 10.
These can be tricky situations defensively, right? The game is all but over. Barring something unforeseen, you got this one in the bag, but you still want to finish on a high note. You still want to walk off the field and put an exclamation point on what's pretty much been a dominant performance right from the start.
He's taken down just shy of the 10.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
On 2nd down, here's Penix. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
3rd and long. From the gun, here is Penix. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And he's not going to get away. They get him down right after the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
The Saints offense and receiver Rashid Shaheed set for their next drive. This will begin at their own 13-yard line. So work to do starting with this 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Kamara. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Second down and 8. Now Kamara. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. They need to get this to the 23. Here's 3rd down. On the handoff, it is Williams running to the right.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
The Saints will punt this one away, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. That's caught right side. It's London. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. You're going to go play action with Penix. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? From the gun, it's Penix. He's going to take a shot here for Mooney. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
The Saints offense and their big play wide out getting set for their next possession. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee.
Number 41, Falcons the ball carrier. The tackle made by Jesse Bates. A gain of 5 brings up 3rd.
So this one, a win for the Saints. They got out of the gates hot, ran out to the big first quarter lead, did not look bad as they cruise in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Saints are winners, as we say so long from New Orleans.